Okay, notable albums, year 2000. Yes, the year of the Millennium Bug. This is Extreme Metal albums from 2000. Up here somewhere will be a link. If you just want the music, head straight to the end of the video. And please comment below with all the ones I've missed, because I've actually got quite a few for the year 2000, more than I thought. But we shall see, I'm sure I've still missed plenty. So we're going to start off with something that isn't particularly extreme, but it's still cool and heavy. The first Raging Speedhorn album. I don't think I've ever listened to anything else they've ever done. I've obviously picked this up in a charity shop or something at some point for 50p there on the front. But yeah, I hadn't listened to this for ages. I actually listened to a bit of this morning. It's actually surprisingly heavy and sort of groovy, so I'm going to include that. Pretty cool. Okay, next up we've got some Hypocrisy, Into the Abyss. I'm not the biggest Hypocrisy fan in the world, but this one's decent, nice and heavy. Quite a good sort of death metal record, more than the later sort of where it went much more melodic, if my memory serves me correctly. Not a bad record. This one is, it's certainly one of their worst. We're talking about Deicide, Incinerate Him. Yeah, not a great record by Deicide standards at all. Yeah, Bible Basher is quite a catchy song, but I can't really think of too many others on there that stick in the mind. Yeah, I think at this point they were, I can't remember, something pissed off with Earache or something or whatever, but no, they weren't on Earache now, were they? They were on Roadrunner. Yeah, I think they were just trying to fulfill their contract, so they put out two not so good ones. So yeah, Deicide, Incinerate Him, definitely one of their weakest releases. So the year 2000, I'm being 41, I'm sort of coming to the end of my secondary school years. New metal was sort of reaching its peak around this time, and this was one of my gateway bands, so I cannot not include Soulfly Primitive, just because although it's not a particularly extreme metal record, it had a huge influence on my listening. You know, I did listen to I don't know, Korn and Slipknot and stuff. I never bought any of their records, but sort of at friends' houses and stuff. Still quite liked the first two Slipknot records. After that, not so much. But yeah, Soulfly, they were definitely my favourite of the sort of whole. I had friends also that were into sort of like punk, like Green Day and NoFX and stuff like that. So I remember sitting around painting Warhammer and listening to a lot of that back when I was in school. But yeah, this one, Soulfly, was a gateway band for me for sure. You know, I'd heard like Slayer and Pantera and stuff, but that was the one that really got me, and then it just got heavier from there basically. So I couldn't not include that. Moving onwards, the Berserker put out their self-titled in the year 2000, and I think I've still got the making of. Oh my god, that CD is horrendous. That is proper CD rot. You can tell I haven't listened to that for a while. Yeah, so some of these old CDs, they get this. I don't know what the proper term is, but it basically eats through the reflective surface or whatever it is, and basically ruins the CD. I mean, nowadays I listen to everything on YouTube anyway, but yeah, I remember this being good. I haven't listened to this for a very long time. I really like the second Berserker album, Dismutilate or Dissimulate. But yeah, I haven't listened to this self-titled for a very long time. Sort of adding in, they got like the Gabba kick sound sort of thing, and super fast. Can't remember if it was a real drummer or drum machine on that, I can't remember. Later on they sort of had triggered, electronic bass drums, but yeah, I think it might be a drum machine on that one. Anyway, I look forward to this later on. Next up we've got a bit of Viking Crown. So this is Phil Anselmo and Killjoy from Necrophagia sort of teaming up, making a cool sort of lo-fi, I don't know if you call it black metal, but a bit like Necrophagia sort of stuff really. It's got some keyboards and it's quite atmospheric. yes, it's a cool record that. I'll get some Krakan. This isn't particularly extreme either, but it's a really cool record. Middle Kingdom. It's recorded in '99, but I'm pretty sure it's released in 2008. So anyway, yeah. So we got just quite a gap from their '95 release, and this one is a lot different in tone. It's a lot less sort of black metal sounding. But yeah, still a cool record. I love what Krakan have done over the years. I think I'm pronouncing it right, Krakan. But yeah, really cool. Metal from Ireland, folk metal. So next up, bit of black metal. We've got Ragnarok, Diabolical Age. And the thing that always sticks out in my mind about this album is it's got a really cool piano outro. In fact, I haven't looked in here for quite some time. Oh, it's one of those ones. You know, he's got a Burzum shirt on back in the day. Oh yeah, there they are, looking very black metally. But yeah, I haven't listened to that one for a long time either. Next up, we've got some Immortal, Damned in Black. Very solid album. Probably, well, not their best work, but certainly not their worst either. Really cool, yeah, really cool album, this one. There's Amath, Hork, and should be, what's his name? Oh, it's Scania. Wasn't there another guy in, or am I thinking of someone else? I don't know. Anyway, they've got three-piece there. Yeah, really good, decent black metal. Can't go wrong, really. Good bit of Immortal. Speaking of really good black metal, Enslaves, Madram, Beyond the Within. This is the first album, because the one before, Bloodheim, I've got it, but I forgot to put it in '98. For some reason I thought it would come out in '99. Oh, it's cracking band photo there. This is the first album where it just sort of is like the turning point, I think, from the sort of like traditional black metal into the... Bloodheim is quite brutal in places, but this is a sort of the turning point where... God, yeah, there's some of them that look so different. Apart from Grutle, who's looked pretty much the same forever. But yeah, Ivar looks like a completely different person. I believe that's Dirge Rep on drums, who went on to do some great black metal stuff. Or Custis springs to mind. And I'm not sure, I've forgotten his name, the other guitar player on this. But yeah, really cool album and really interesting to listen to. Going back over their discography. One of my all-time favourite bands, Enslaved. I think this is the only Carpathian Forest album I own, but I absolutely love it. Strange Old Brew. It's got some absolutely brilliant songs on this one. The Logo of Midnight. Yes, there's some excellent misanthropic black metal. Yeah, no, that's an awesome album. I haven't listened to this for ages either, and that's a good red wine album, that one. Red Wine and Candles, absolutely hammered. This one, unfortunately, has suffered some damp damage over the years, but it's Necrophagia, Black Blood Vomitorium. And I seem to remember, I can't open it out anymore because it's all stuck together, unfortunately. But I seem to remember there's a picture of Jack Owen in here for some reason as well, one of the photograph bits, but yeah. Cool little EP. That again, it's Phil Anselmo and Killjoy. I was call him Lovejoy then, but that would be very incorrect. Okay, moving into death metal territory, we've got Nile, Black Seeds of Vengeance. So around this time, Nile especially sort of spearheading this movement of pushing the boundaries of just what could be done with death metal, especially in terms of tempo and intensity. Yeah, and sort of around this early 2000s mark is when things really started to up the ante in terms of extremity. This would definitely be a standout album in terms of that. Yeah, back in Redux on the day. Self-titled from Origin, really cool. Definitely sort of signs of what was to come. God, they all look so young there. But yeah, no, it's a really cool album. It's nowhere near as sort of technical or as speedy as they would become but yeah, you can sort of tell where the direction they're going in. Again, like I was saying, this is around the time that bands really started to push the boundaries. Was that on Relapse as well? Yeah, so Relapse, we're putting out some good stuff back then. Okay, we've got some ludicrously young chaps next with Decapitated's Winds of Creation. I think the drummer might even be 14 or something ridiculous when he recorded this. Amazing album. Again, Decapitated were one of the first bands that I'm aware of to get that super clean, clinical death metal sound. Yeah, that definitely went on to inspire a hell of a lot more bands. Still stands up today. It just blows my mind how young they were when they wrote and recorded this. Yes, it's produced by Peter from Vader as well, so it's extra cool bonus points. Speaking of which, we've got a bit of Vader up next. Listening. This has got Doc on drums, who was an incredible drummer. And this one also has a sort of dancey kick drum sound. Not as intense as the Berserker, but yeah, sort of like an uplifting sort of like techno gabber. Obviously it's Vader, so it's completely death metal, but it's just the kick drum sound is quite sort of electronic sounding, or not so much of a thud, more of a sound, more of a uplifting sound. But yeah, awesome album that. Very high energy as well, which is what Doc brought to the game. Yeah, next up, Pantera's last studio album. I think I must have bought this when it came out, looking at the state of it back in the day. Yeah, this is probably my favourite Pantera album. I don't think the songs are as good, but Dime's lead work by this point has just become phenomenal. I could just listen to his solos, you know, just by themselves quite happily. But yeah, it's just absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, just oh man, yeah, his lead work on this album is what really gets me. I mean, obviously there are great songs on there. Perhaps it's not so good as like Far Beyond or something like that, but it's song-wise. But it's yeah, those leads, man, amazing. It just sounds so good. Right, oh yeah, amazing. Severe Torture, Feasting on Blood. So Severe Torture, one of my favourite brutal death metal bands. Again, they all look so young there. But yeah, no, I like the latest Severe Torture stuff, but this era, and especially Misanthropic Carnage for me is the peak. But yeah, it's a great brutal album. That's really good. If you've not heard of Severe Torture, older stuff, definitely check it out. Okay, next up we have something that's just about to be re-released on Hell's Headbangers Records, and I watched an excellent interview with the vocalist not too long ago, Carl Simons. We got Haze Plow or Hate Plow, but that always looked like a Z to me. The Only Law of Survival, amazing record. It's one of my all-time favourites in the collection. Yeah, but there was just so much good stuff that came out in 2000. It's like, yeah, there's just an excellence, like pretty much relentless from start to finish. Great aggressive vocals throughout. It's Phil from Malevolent Creation on guitar. I believe Rob Barrett's on this as well. I can't quite remember who plays bass on it now, but it's an amazing sort of, like, if you think old school grindcore, like Terrorizer type thing, it never stops. It's just like pure. Dave Coldress on drums as well. Amazing album. And also came out in the same year, which I believe has Coldress on drums on this as well, is Envenomed. This is obviously the remastered version. Yeah, that has Barrett as well. So it's a lot of the same lineup that were on that Hate Plow record. But yeah, Envenomed, I think it's probably my favourite Malevolent album. It's probably my favourite album by them. This is number 201 I've got here. So many good songs on here. Homicidal Racked. Yeah, this has Kyle on vocals as well. I think on a song he does like a duet with Brett and yeah, and he would later come to be the Malevolent vocalist. Oh yeah, kills. There's just so many good songs on here. Maybe the drums are a tiny bit loud in the mix, but honestly it's a minor gripe for such an amazing album. And talking of amazing albums, for some reason I got 2 copies of this over the years. So it's Morbid Angel with Gateways to Annihilation. My favourite, this is definitely my favourite. Oh, that one's, oh okay, so this looks like it's in Spanish. It might be South American release, that one. I don't know whether that's sun fade or not, but it actually looks a lot better than the English version. Anyway, it's my favourite Morbid Angel album. It's pretty much got the most perfect production, just great songs. I just love just to listen to this album on a huge volume. It just sounds so massive. It's just, yeah, it's my favourite Morbid Angel album, easily. Yeah, that's probably why I've ended up with 2 copies over the years. Who knows? Don't know where that happened. And I guess lastly of 2000, I would be remiss if I did not mention my good friend's band, Bogfiller. So this is this is a CD that I put out 2015. Yeah, it's got some old shows and stuff there, and a very, very young looking me there moshing at the front. Back when I didn't have a beer belly and stuff, so back in the day, yeah. So yeah, Bogfiller, check it out, it's on the playlist. Amazing metal band from Cornwall, which hardly anyone knows about. So that about wraps it up for 2000. I know I've missed loads of stuff, so as always, please put it in the comments. If I like it enough, I'll add it to the playlist, and if not, it'll be in the comments for all time for everyone else to check out. So okay, cheers. Keep it metal. We've turned the millennium, so next week we'll get it into the year 2001. Okay, cheers. Goodbye.